And now we do this once a week. It's called our MOMversation, where we talk to a high school athlete's mother and get her take on her son or daughter's high school career. And wanted to take a few minutes and talk with Amy DeAngelo. We did a story for our year in review issue on her son, Ryan Ward, who's just graduated from Absegami High School, was a big part of that lacrosse program, and has a really neat relationship with his grandfather, Maury Ward. Wanted to talk a little bit about that. Good morning, Amy. How are you?
Good morning, Dave. I'm good. How are you today?
You're not too nervous, are you?
I am, but I got some helpful hints from Mrs. Hewa, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had her on a few weeks ago. So tell me a little bit about your son. I know I spoke to him last week as we were getting ready to do our story on him, and a fine young man. He's getting ready to go to Dominican College up there in New York, and tell us a little bit about him and what he was like as a kid growing up. Pretty athletic kid, right?
Always an athletic. Always had a ball in his hand, or always threw, always did something. Since he was little, since he was very, very little. It's always been a part of his life. He's played football since he was 5, 6 years old.
Has he ever gotten in trouble? I mean, he seemed like a fine young man when I was talking to him. Real nice kid. Did he ever get in trouble when he was younger?
He gets in trouble with us, but no. He's actually never gotten in trouble in school. He hasn't. I don't know. He'll get in trouble for not doing things that we need him to do. But
typical really teenager, right?
He's a typical teenager. He is a very, very good kid, though. Nice.
What was that like for you as a mom watching his high school lacrosse career? I know you're out there. You're always taking a bunch of pictures and getting really involved, and had him in just a great time in your life, seeing him mature into the young man he is today.
Very exciting. He started playing lacrosse his sophomore year. So I didn't know what to expect. I never watched it before, and watching him grow within the sport and to be as successful as he is right now, it's just started for him. So It's so very exciting to watch and see how much he's progressed from his very first year to his senior year.
How cool was that? We're talking with Amy DeAngelo, mom of Ryan Ward, recent graduate of Absegami High School, was a big part of that boys lacrosse team. How cool was that for you, Amy, to be sort of a part of the team in terms of the extended family of that team? You know, all the parents, you get to see them all the time at these games, and you kind of get to build relationships with some of these people and get to know them and their lives and their boys. And it's got to be a great experience for somebody who, just enjoying the high school sports experience, from a parent's perspective.
It is. It's Absegami is great. The lacrosse moms and dads and everyone who comes out to support them, even all of our friends. It's a little family, which is so nice. We can all share in each other's children's successes and be there even for the disappointments. And it's a support, and it's a lot of fun. It really, really is a lot of fun. And being on the sideline, taking photos and listening to the boys, talking to their coaches, and kind of being a silent person on the sideline, you really see how much they work and how hard they work and how hard they work together to get things done. They may not be successful every game, but but when they are, they're congratulating each other and they're sincerely happy for each other, and it's very exciting. It's been so much fun. I'm going to absolutely miss it.
Are there any, one memory, two memories that really stand out from his high school career? What are you going to remember, 5-10 years down the road when you think about Ryan's high school career?
Senior night at Stockton, his junior year and his senior year. Those two games were incredible. Absolutely incredible. Those will be the two I remember.
What made them such great games?
This junior year, they were down probably, I'm going to mess this up, I know it, but a few goals, and we thought, oh my gosh, it's senior night, they're going to lose. That's pretty much, they were down by 5-0. And that they came back, and every single play was as if it was the last game, the last play of the game, and they came back and won it in overtime. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And then this year, they dominated, and they went back and forth, and they all had a part in it. And because it was both were such team wins, there was not one standout. It was team wins. It was amazing.
We're talking with Amy DeAngelo, who's the mom of Ryan Ward from the Absegami lacrosse team. Just graduated. He's going to be heading off to Dominican College up there in New York. Amy, talk a little bit about Ryan's relationship with his grandfather, Maury. Really a huge influence on his life and his career. And tell us a little bit about Maury and what makes him such a tough old bird.
He's amazing. I love him. He really, I don't know where he gets it from. I don't think that people have the character today that that generation has, where there are no excuses. You just get up every day and whatever life has handed you.
Yeah, I mean, here's a guy who's had heart attacks. You know, he's had all kinds of health issues, and he's still out there working out 3 times a week, playing golf. I mean, cutting the grass. There's no stopping this guy, right?
There isn't. There absolutely isn't. So, and it's fantastic, and I love that both of my sons, are respectful of that, and they've learned from him. I didn't realize, I think, until a couple of years ago, how much they took all of his inspiration in, and how they apply it to themselves. Mm-hmm. He's just one of a kind. I've always said it. He's just one of a kind.
How's his wife put up with him for 60 years?
I don't know. She's stronger than. She's definitely stronger.
No, he's a great guy. It was great spending some time with him, and it was really neat for me to see, you know, like you said, the way Ryan respects him, and really you can see the love he has for his grandfather, and that's got to be a neat thing for you as a parent to see that relationship, you know, kind of build as Ryan gets to be a young man. He gets a little more perspective on Maury's life and what he's been through. Right,
and how he will not stop, and he will not. He just won't. And how Ryan takes that to what he does in school or on the field, however he applies that to his life. He just always has it in the back of his mind. Well, you know, Papa wouldn't lay down, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, Ryan was telling me a story about one of his cousins was sent out to cut the grass and wasn't doing it right, and Maury kind of went out there and let him have it a little bit.
I remember that. I remember it like it was yesterday, and it was probably about 15 years ago. But I do remember it. And it was very particular. Like, if you're going to do a job, you have to do it right. You can do a job twice if you do it wrong, but you only need to do it once. So it was funny.
We're talking with Amy DeAngelo, who's the mom of Ryan Ward, outstanding young man, recent graduate of Absegami High School, was a big part of that boys lacrosse program. Amy, real quick before we let you go, what's your advice to some other moms out there who might have a son who's coming up as a 14 or 15-year-old and kind of getting ready to be on the varsity level? What's your advice to those parents in terms of you know, just dealing with a teen boy and just enjoying that whole experience? I'm sure it went by in a blink of an eye for you.
It really did. I think that you really just have to take every moment in, and with all of the teen angst that I'm sure all us parents, we focus on so much, just try and enjoy every moment with them and support them in whatever their decisions are. If whatever that may be, just always be there to support them, even if we have to put the hand down on them sometimes and say, you know, and be a parent, but just be there and enjoy every moment because it goes so fast.
Well, I'm sure there was plenty of moments you're going to look back on and enjoy reminiscing about in the years to come. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us, Amy, and appreciate your time, and good luck down the road, and I'm sure you'll be taking a few trips up to New York to watch Ryan play.
Yes, I will. Thank you for having me on today.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
That was Amy DeAngelo, part of our MOMversation series. We do that once a week where we talk to a high school athlete's mom and get their perspective on their son or daughter's high school career. So it's